In the final stretch of his life, Leon Russell spoke with a clarity heavy with decades of silence. A man who shaped the soundtracks of generations, he finally allowed himself to revisit memories he had long kept private, especially those involving George Harrison. What he revealed was not scandal, but a deeply human truth. The cost of standing beside greatness while fighting battles no one else could see. In the months before his death in November 2016, Russell shared a story from the early 1970s that had haunted him for decades. While collaborating with Harrison, he recalled being asked to repeat a musical passage over and over for hours. Frustrated, Russell asked, "Do you want me to play the same thing 168 times, or 168 different things?" Harrison calmly replied, "Let me hear one." Russell improvised, and Harrison's face lit up. "That's great. What is it?" Russell quietly said, "That's number one." For him, the exchange captured the tension, respect, and exhaustion of working alongside a Beatle, revealing the pressures hidden behind legendary performances. To understand why this moment lingered, you have to look at Russell's early life. Born Claude Russell Bridges in 1942 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, he endured cerebral palsy that left him partially paralyzed on his right side. Bullied as a child, he found solace in music, developing a unique left-hand piano technique. By 14, he was performing in local clubs, eventually catching the attention of Jerry Lee Lewis, who brought him on tour. Those early years shaped both his genius and lifelong stage fright. Arriving in Los Angeles in the early 1960s, Russell joined the elite session musicians known as the Wrecking Crew, leaving his mark on records by the Beach Boys, Frank Sinatra, and Phil Spector. Yet, despite his influence, he remained largely invisible to the public. Seeking creative freedom, he co-founded Shelter Records and the Asylum Choir, blending gospel, blues, and rock in ways no one else was attempting. By the late 1960s, Russell was a creative force in his own right. He organized Joe Cocker's Mad Dogs and Englishmen tour, a chaotic 50-person ensemble that became legendary for its energy and improvisation. Behind the scenes, however, drug use, exhaustion, and stage fright took a toll, leaving him overwhelmed despite his brilliance. The Harrison years, starting with All Things Must Pass and the concert for Bangladesh, brought both honor and pressure. Harrison's meticulous standards pushed Russell to new heights, but also tested him emotionally. Performing with legends like Dylan, Clapton, and Ringo, he thrived on stage while battling anxiety that had followed him since childhood. After the 1970s, Russell's career waned. By the 1980s, he faced isolation, financial strain, and personal setbacks, though he never stopped writing and recording. A resurgence came in 2009 when Elton John collaborated with him on The Union, leading to critical acclaim and his 2011 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. Russell spent his final years performing for devoted fans, releasing Life Journey in 2014. In those last months, his reflections on George Harrison were not complaints, but affirmations of a life lived in brilliance and pressure. Breaking decades of silence allowed him to reclaim the story of a man who shaped music from the shadows, reminding the world that behind every legend is a human being carrying battles alone. Leon Russell passed away in his sleep on November 13, 2016, leaving a legacy of genius, resilience, and untold stories finally shared.